Hey, Peter, I woke up this morning and my Twitter had exploded. Can you explain what happened?
Well, it's typical Biden, but I woke up this morning, turned on CNBC. He was on for the prime half hour from 8 to 8:30. Took a series of questions. A couple he danced on, but he was excellent. He did a very good job. He looked good. It was a professional performance, and I'd rate it a 7 or 8 out of 10. And I emailed you and emailed Goody and said this guy started the long weekend off pretty well. I was a little disappointed. He didn't chew on Trump at all, but he was pretty good. But as you said, a little later in the day, you know, one step forward, three steps back. Now, I don't think this is a major issue. I don't think it's a major issue with African Americans. It's not the first time a white candidate has gone to an African American venue and dropped his G's and said "man" a lot, and that kind of thing. We've all seen that. Even the great Bill Clinton, he always found his deep Arkansas redneck accent, when he went to black churches. But it was unnecessary. It was sloppy. It was not needed. But
Go ahead.
But having said that, the Republican response is just pathetic.
Well, this is what concerns me is that Biden said something that was should never have said. It's ridiculous. He apologized for it, and he is getting hammered for it by Democrats, by Republicans, by everybody. Trump says stuff like this all the time, and we have normalized him. So I'm really worried going into the election that this is going to be a double standard, and it's going to hurt Biden.
There is no question there's a double standard. When I saw that pathetic hypocrite Senator Scott from South Carolina criticizing Biden when he has remained silent throughout the racist tropes from this president. He has been afraid to call this president out on anything he said. There is a double standard, and the media play into it. The media covered this like it was breaking news, and they did not put it into the appropriate perspective, which is, this is the president who called the neo-Nazis very good people, who has not only used the dog whistle to call out the racists, he's used a full-throated shout to call out the racists.
And on a friend sent me an email this morning, said, does this increase Kamala Harris's chances to become vice president? What do you think?
Well, I don't think it's going to stick. I don't think it's going to play much more than another 12 hours or 24 hours. But I think there is going to be a part of the Biden brain trust, if you can call them that, that is now thinking, maybe we got to have a woman of color to help us generate turnout in those needed African American communities. I mean, what they really need for turnout in the African American communities is Michelle and Barack Obama actually campaigning, not just doing an occasional show and tell and an occasional, Joe is my vice president. The Obamas have to understand that their legacy is on the line. And if they don't campaign hard and prolonged for Joe Biden, their legacy is going to be trashed.
I think I agree with you that this is going to be forgotten. Maybe not 12 hours, maybe not 2 days, but when the United States hits that terrible milestone of 100,000 deaths, that's what we need to be talking about. How do we prevent it from getting worse? How do we stop that and get the economy on track? and all this talk, I think, will be forgotten
I agree with
by
you,
most
Steve.
people.
I agree. I mean, but it's disturbing because it shows that the inner circle, and having been in a few inner circles, not at the presidential level, but at high levels, you got to have someone who tells the truth in the inner circle. There's someone who's got to be in there that tells Biden, with John Kerry, there had to be somebody there to say, it's not a good idea to go windsurfing or to go hunting in pressed khakis with Italian shotguns. Right? That's denial. That's let's leave your matched pair of Berettas at home, and go out with a try a Winchester pump.
Well, Peter, this is great. We're going to get Thurgood back next week. But I wanted to hop on with you right away when I woke up this morning and I saw what had happened. I said, I got to get Peter on. All right, we'll talk next week.
See ya.
All right, see ya.